So, you know, yeah, it's shown in time sometimes that there is a line. Win way, win hard, but if you lose, really hard.
That's an illusion.
It is kind of one of those feast or famine heroes, and that's due in no small part to the fact that he falls off really quickly, and it's hard to make him stay relevant unless you somehow are able to get up a ton of items and hold all the auras or get an Aghanim Scepter or something along those lines. That rarely happens considering the amount of farm he gets, but it is also kind of him in his worst case scenario where he's partnering up with the Sand King, who gave away First Blood, is not going to be able to get safe farm on this lane, and now there's no alternative for Pwn either. Like, is he going to try to gank Big Juggernaut? Not by himself. There's no one to gank up towards top lane. Maybe they find Mitch Axe in the jungle, but it seems like Axe should have a pretty free time now that he has his Iron Talons. So top lane, yes, it's being lost by elements because there's no one there, but they're handling bottom lane, and mid lane should be pretty even. Gogi's doing just fine, plus they have a jungle, so it's looking like a pretty reasonable start for elements, but still they're not pressuring the Drow Ranger. She's getting free farm, and that's never something that's good, especially up against this Drow Ranger comp. When you have an Invoker Drow, those Forge Spirits will hit hard.
No. My blade is returned.
That was striking. It's definitely a build that Waga's work for. Wax Exo. You will actually have the electric line when the 6 and taking away a tower, so it's always going to be a constant threat when you face a Drow. You can't offer too much match space, why you lose. Be careful here, but meanwhile Undying has found himself back in lane D4.
Well, the Sand King is...
I really just like Undying as a hero.
Dude, everyone has those heroes that they just don't like, even though, like, I'm sure you can recognize that Undying can be strong, but you just don't like him, right? That's me for a lot of heroes.
The same way I hate playing against Magnus, although
Radiant structures have been fortified.
Oh, Milan.
The top tower is under attack.
Oh man, this bottom lane is so awkward without having movement speed on Emperor. Now that he has his boots, it's a lot better, but top lane, we got super boots on Juggernaut.
Dazzle. 2 points engraved. Touch. Oh, nice silence.
Oh, the body blocks.
Oh, there. Nice. Okay. Oh, no, that
he's
is
dead.
Not the way. And yeah, should have ran a little bit further. That's gonna be a kill. I think very unnecessary. Getting a second. Mama's gonna take that free time. And as bad now, element. Get it back into. And he's now level 6. Yes, that has to deal with. Careful. Just push by the. Always a constant threat. Flash and die. Pretty much burn your entire mana pool.
And the cooldown is
that, level up
10
stealing
years.
the stack here.
They needed that gold also. I mean, Undying is going to get Tombstone in this game. Look at that. And they got an angle on Milan. This is a situation where Undying's strong.
That was a limit to from Kara. I think he was trying too hard, but now the mid level 6 with that gang. And now Pawn getting on as well. There's going to be another 2 kills now. And that's definitely going to help Blink Dagger. Add that on to that 2,000 HDX. Time here. Element. Early grip on this game. Ready?
Ooh, that's like.
Hit denied though. Careful not to knock it into the.
We'll see if Pwn wants to go back to that bottom lane, because, I mean, they get a pick off on the easiest hero to kill in, like, any game, the Skywrath Mage, and yeah, that's all well and good, but losing 2 heroes for that, even if Axe didn't come in, I'm pretty sure Swift Ending could have done something very similar just by himself, by virtue of being a Weaver. He's got the Blightstone, he's doing a hell of a lot of damage. I'm gonna run into Pwn, and, yeah, they'll trade hits, but Pwn at this point, has lost a lot of his edge and really needs to rely on Tombstone and a lot of Chaos to take advantage of these fights. That's going to come when the Drow Ranger is going to continue to gear. They'll take down the top tier 1 tower very easily. They have the marksmanship, agility bonus. Timing pushes for level up are going to be slightly delayed because the Sand King's having a rough time, but they still are a Drow Ranger comp. They have the ability to take down towers.
That fight could. And, well, there's still one out for the end. If he does, if I remember correctly, there was one game at CI, and there was an Undying pick, and it didn't work out early. The Undying just pulled all the stops and went round the Aghanim Scepter, and just went all in on it. It worked out for him, and they ended up winning. I can't remember which match it was, but I remember it was that 10 stack in the fight there, just really more about the team. See them happening, how managers go.
Yeah, that's what people did when they first introduced the Aghanim Scepter. They straight rushed it.
That's the only part of Dying I really love. Oh, there's Fire Strike and the Sun Strike's not good. Gus was standing up there. Creep's gonna be a top block there for a moment. Ball in the end will come in with a very timely Gus. Not expecting try gank here and Ball. That Drow Ranger idea here is gonna afford up that Dragonlance very soon, and there's that tier 1 tower about to.
Is Pwn going to randomly tombstone the trees for safety? That's the question, because you know that the enemies are going to be willing to TP into this. He sees, I think he saw someone come in, destroys some trees, not the right ones.
Wait, except
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. It's probably fine.
level don't know. I thought there was gonna be level 2. Now there's the grave and Dying is getting a big flick in from mid, and there you go. That's the surprise that you're looking for. An Emperor is caught out by that ball, and now Pwn will try and run for his life. He goes to the sweet spot. Will he get caught out? No stuns so far. He will actually caught up. Done. 5 heroes get pushed down to the blade though. Vaga. Might already so. Be a snowball for the Invoker.
I'd be more scared about a snowballing Axe, dude. Like I mentioned in the draft, like it was a clean game for Drow Ranger because Axe with Blink is the only thing that can actually pressure her. And usually that doesn't happen because Axe is pressured himself, but getting an 8-minute Blink Dagger is so early. And you could just jump on any given hero, even a farmed Invoker, and just tear him to shreds. So if Mitch is able to keep making Blinks happen like we just saw, then yeah, Level Up are not going to be able to execute fully a Drow Ranger draft. It's going to be hard for Mitch to keep finding those since the element of surprise is now gone, but elements, they have their counterplay versus the draft. They actually do have an answer, and they have an answer to DNZ too.
Shadows, take me.
Mana there on the dump, which is
what a good guy. Saves the mana, man. We need that 60 for later. They take down the tower, and the towers are being traded rather evenly right now. For a Drow Ranger comp, that is not a good thing. You want to be ahead in towers, and going in that deep and losing your Tombstone immediately did not bode well for that bottom lane fight. Having no Invoker there also really set them back. They still can fight, they just have to be there a little bit more as a crew, because Drow Ranger right now doesn't really get that much backup from range heroes, so her aura isn't that strong if the Invoker isn't also there.
Tombstone. Underwhelming fight, even though it... You have to watch the placement of that, I guess. They skip. What happens here? They has it. Oh, spike. Drow leading gas shot. Down self smoke and observe. Scouting out this Drow Ranger. He's not gonna see it coming. It's gonna be painful, and yep, it's gonna hurt.
Oof.
Iron Mage will take him out with him. And shot off his bling there with the gold.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Tower. Ow, man.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Dude, that's a level 3 ancient seal.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle
Korea.
tower is under siege.
Yep, Dazzle.
Got him.
Hero, Dazzle, safe. Nice.
Dire has fortified its structures.
I seen that. Much
Dire's
needed
middle tower is
actually.
under attack.
While Waga's here, there is still an axe hanging around, and they may not expect him to still be here. I think they're in trouble. They do not expect heroes to come from the north still, I don't think. They're kind of showing it off.
Wanna take the fight going in terms. But though Waga is still staying on the top of the sea.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Halfway done. Yeah, the
Night.
Dazzle. He's been here.
Yeah, he's not like accomplishing a lot. He's getting a marginal amount of farm, but oh, there you go.
Yes, he has that power shot, the barrel strike will come in, he gets silenced, that's not the play, the obvious plan to come out, but now Gaga is gonna get caught up, the soul fall out from the body, and now the line getting caught out by Island as well, and Tombstone, and they get hit by the guts, but luckily hits the kill himself out, so we get a 2 beta, but the Juggernaut goes down, so that is win. Level up for sure. This is the 2. That is a minimal thing, and now Cole gonna go in for that road attempt. Albeit 10 seconds that free. Well, that electricity now does add to the draw off now. 120. Well, draw synergy. Definitely it. You don't even need that minus armor. Get rid of.
They're TPing in pretty aggressively, but Axe, who otherwise is able to crash his party, is not quite positioned, so they're gonna have to give up the Aegis to the Drow Ranger. Still, they do definitely have enough to kill her twice, but Level Upper actually has a full crew now. Ogre was in that fight, he wasn't the early ones, and Milan though in a terrible position.
Oh,
yeah, you don't want to be there as Skyrath Mage. Now it's a pretty clean push down towards the bottom lane. The Axe, yeah, the initiation is decent on just the Dazzle, and yeah, they did kill off just the Dazzle, but not being in the area with absolutely everyone is going to really cost elements in that mid lane fight. They're not super durable on these heroes. In fact, more of them, the majority of them are fairly soft. Even Axe, you know, a very tanky hero, isn't really built that tanky right now, so he's still very easily killable. If elements don't get amazing initiation onto 2-3 heroes, then you know they're gonna have to deal with the Tombstone, the Soul Rip, and just a massive amount of damage. So Level Up do have control of this game because they're a Drow Ranger draft. This is what Drow Ranger drafts do.
yeah, you just win a team fight, or if you have the upper hand in the testing power, you can get the Aegis. Enemy decides they don't want to conquer. Wow, kill? Not a solo kill. So big kills, yes, they had Juggernaut off guard, they get that damage. A little bit aggressive there on that Juggernaut. Killed off. And kill on the mid laner is definitely fantastic and really does offset early game buff. Emperor dying will suffer. Now, when you're in the hand, Undying is low.
Yeah, Undying will just also get value just by virtue of having Flesh Golem. He has the mechanism now, so just sticking in the fight's pretty easy for him to do, and you don't really want to be focusing on Undying on the other end. It's just kind of a waste of your time. They're going to set up for an epicenter top lane.
He didn't even use that earlier on. The Sunstrike will come. Will there be enough damage? The creeps! Oh no, the creeps causing trouble there for that combo. It's gonna die for the here in the background. They will get the top, and the fight goes wrong here. Super wrong here. And Swift ending in the tower there. There's Vision, and there's the Tombstone. His Tsukuji comes off cooldown 1 second, but they might actually shout him out. The Gus is ready. So the Iron Shot comes out, and definitely the ending is gonna come down. Oh, dude, damage there. And I feel like that was a panic moment. Like, where's the gap? Left to right a little bit. Cut out by the Undying that that whole Sand King gang tragedy now.
So they are still going to go ahead and push this lane because they have the mechanism, they have the damage, and Elements, they can make a defense here if they are actually willing. It doesn't seem like they are. Gogi's still on the bottom lane, split pushing, and, well, they had to go like 5 seconds ago, and it's way too late now. But Level Up still able to take down these towers. Gold advantage is being led by Waga and Cole. Elements can split push to some degree to stave this off, but it's not going to work for a long time in this game.
We're undying.
Rip.
Dead by the combo. Pretty elementary kill there, not good. Really not much money was lost. So a kill. So 7 level up maybe. Yeah, gotten. Really losing their map control. Doug not going for the Vanguard build with Russia trying to smash itself out of silence. South Vanguard, yo.
I mean, there's a lot of physical damage on Level Up. Going for a defensive route might leave Elements a little bit damage light. They do need the Juggernaut to contribute at least something in those engagements, and racing down a Drow Ranger with a Juggernaut is entirely viable. So I think this is mostly for that anti-gust tech, and that's reasonable in and of itself, but he's right now just with the Yasha Ultimate Orb purchasable. Yeah, that's kind of nice, but he's losing control of his map. Like, one tier 2 is left standing, and they're already grouping up to push that one. At that point, Level Up should be looking to probably just stall out for another Aegis, let that refresh, get a couple more items up, and look for more pickoffs with this Blinking Sand King, who's not really been able to use his Blink Dagger to a fantastic degree, but once all tier 2 towers are down, mobility items like Blink Dagger just get so much stronger. So now the map is completely open for Level Up to play in. And Elements, if they get caught, if one person gets caught, they're just instantly screwed. They're going to have to group up and stay grouped up, and they're going to do that with the smoke. But this is also maybe going to play into Level Up's hands, because Invoker, Sand King, they're pretty good at the AoE fights.
The river catches Cole right as the Aegis runs out there. Cole is taking a lot of damage. He's getting healed up by the buddies as well. The Spellstone doesn't sway any other aggression here, but don't chase LeBron down. Defensive one, I'm just saying that. But now Ripley looking for a hit of LeBron.
Dyer's top tower is being
Scouting, I really love how Waga has him taking out aggressive. Save there on their teammate. Drow very tanky with Battleblade, Dragonlance, and and on that yield battle yield, which is on. He's just full on medic here.
Yeah, Poison Touch doesn't exactly do anything versus Weaver. If it was a harder stun, then they would have gone for a Swift Ending. He's soloable by the Drow Ranger.
The Sunstrike.
Not quite enough damage there on Cole. Okay. Cole's packing some heat, but not quite enough to solo kill a Weaver with a Gust.
I mean, it's level 1 Gust.
Maybe in a level 4 Gust, that'll be enough. 6 seconds, I think that's enough for Cole to get a kill. But still, they don't really need to get kills at this point. They're just waiting for the Aegis to respawn, or the Roshan to respawn rather. If they get kills, fine. Maybe they're going to poke at the high ground, but otherwise, get your Aghanim Scepter up. Get your Crimson Guard built up on the Undying. Get, I don't think you even need Silver Edge at this stage, but, you know, more items. And just let Elements kind of awkwardly stumble around and look for kills.
Kind of,
Dyer's bottom tower
that
is under siege.
5 kill lead, but kill in a while and level up. They've got still pick up on the time here and there. Base here, they bomb this wave that's coming in.
Dyer's bottom
Ready to
tower
risk.
is being attacked.
They which Waga, if he does drop the combo meat. Okay,
Dyer's
Vanguard
bottom
does
tower
give
is
X a
under
lot of
siege.
health free. Be a thing, but they're playing it safe and they are using Dazzle heal.
Oh, one baiting axe. That's the most obvious bait of all time.
Not, please not. But Meanwhile, the fight is going on. Somehow custom onto the high ground. Really gotta pull him out for his first time that's been caught out.
Yeah, it's a hero that you can die a couple times with, and it's not a big deal. Fortunately, well, actually, kind of fortunately, Roshan isn't immediately in respawn, so the Scarif Mage should be around by the time Roshan is attempted by level up. But he died so quickly, I don't even know if they're gonna have enough time. Yeah, Elements, they know exactly what's coming. I don't know what items are going to be coming up that are relevant enough to actually stop this. They don't have enough pressure on the Drow Ranger. It's all just on Axe. Like, he has to get the initiation.
How are you gonna go into that? Dying.
I don't know, man.
That again sets up. Feel like I get or like aim ones, gyrocopter extra that just absolutely. There are things like tanking double bomb right now we're gonna need a life. I think there's gonna be that center committed for the kill. LeBron try and run away. Keep away. I think they know he's there. You have to say he's there.
Oh, got him.
You're not gonna get away from their players. They know what's up. Pull down and the tornado. Up on energy. Fortunate for him. Tombstone. Won't have that for the next. Back up. Pocket stack, doing good.
Drow Ranger was all alone and represented at least an opportunity for Elements. Go for that kill with the Mystic Flare, but she's just going to retreat, get back to the team, and with the double life, it'll be time for level up to think about going up the high ground. Weaver, Juggernaut, they're still getting a reasonable amount of farm, but really you can't compare the farm that they're getting to what level up are getting, because they're getting all the farm around the map, having more map control, and they're getting kills. Elements, they have yet to use this Skywrath Mage for really anything, and that's maybe due to the fact that they don't really they're not really super stun heavy. If they had more disables, they would be able to have more opportunities, but they kind of just screwed themselves over in the draft in that regard.
Like it's good, excellent, but it's kind of cool. X, if you didn't need it,
Damage.
usually isn't picked up for X.
Yeah.
Even reduces his damage out. Without spin.
That's not reducing damage though. Isn't even like super relevant because the damage coming out from any one Elements hero isn't extremely high. Like you could shut down the Weaver's damage output somewhat, but is Weaver really that scary? Is Juggernaut really that scary? Probably Juggernaut the most so. Axe the second most, but yeah, I think at the worst it just gives him health, right? 15 to all attributes. 15 strength is not too bad.
Drow Ranger.
Seems fair.
LeBron going in there. They're gonna have to pop this. They have to do this the hard way to crack this gel open. Got that urgent already ready. Not an early ready.
I mean, yeah, this one is kind of weird though, just because nowadays in this patch, like Drow Ranger is very, very frequently first picked. The teams will kind of design their whole draft around countering her, just get as many counters as you can. This one, it seems like it's more so the old Drow Ranger plan, where like she's kind of cheesy and left to last, and then you don't have enough answers and you're just dead to it. It does seem like this is one of those games where Elements just didn't see the Drow Ranger coming, and we can see like how unprepared they are for it. They can't handle Cole by himself killing off their melee racks. Like, you gotta fight over those. If you don't fight over that, then why are you even still in the game? So Level Up are just kind of running away with a sheer surprise draft lead, and I don't know if Elements can actually scrape together any relevant items to counter this. Like Diffusal Blade, Juggernaut, that's not gonna do it.
It goes back down to draft, you know, you need to draw it. But the Elements fight and pick out and hope. expect a lot of good stuff.
structures have been fortified.
I didn't feel
Dyer's middle tower
not the
is
kind of people that you really wanted. Right?
Dyer's middle tower has
The whole
fallen.
high ground well.
Dyer's
Done. It
bottom
doesn't
tower is under attack.
help. No, yes, that's bubble. He doesn't do much reduction here. Fight. It's going on the ground, but he's really steady. Don't focus. Guys, even your mid is going down and down.
Army slash.
Kill him off, but LeBron now going in on that shadow. Even more, just laying in on the shadows even now from the side, picks him out. Now we have the Skyrim and the SD down for the count. SD trying to turn this one around for SD, but he's going it up point. Now the fuel steps up, setting up off the sun, try cold step with that right. Finishes him off, and now okay, jumping out of here, spins away. That's buyback as well. So now this is pretty final push. They haven't even taken the Aegis and cool.
Radiant structures have
Oh,
been
but they're like
fortified.
him. Down the goal. Be looking at the LeBron. Oh no, walking into that guy. Very happy to get him out though. Hold it. Man on the ground right in. Wait. Run, cap that. Link to it. Eckwood. Down in cold. Putting it down in. Big, it's missing now. Spin trying to take out the Rangers and Bugle Blade here. They find a fair bit. It's all low now. The Emperor. Secondary down the Emperor. And comes in. Grab that epicenter. Very tasty now. Kills another dunk on the Dazzler. It's successful. And from the side of Adam, they do catch level up. Hands down and all the draw Ranger. They think that age is ready. Up there and it is doing the buyback now. It has been doing stellar all game, forced the buyback here. Still downward towards level up favor, but it draw range of pick.
Yeah, it's more time where level up are going to be more willing to sit back and wait for the third Aegis cheese and not push the element space, so at least they get the breathing room there. I do feel like the Drow Ranger, when she got picked off the second time, just they didn't quite yet have enough backup there. Like, they have Soulwort Mechanism, Crimson Guard, Dazzle Heals, and whatnot. Even the Invoker could have stopped a lot of that Axe's damage, or at least mitigated the threat of the dunk by, like, tornadoing or cold snapping or something like that. Deafening Blast to push him away. But none of that really came out, so the Drow Ranger was kind of left out to dry. They hold their Raxes, yes. They still get absolutely slaughtered beforehand, though, so it's still like a lost fight after having won a fight for level up, so it's still pretty reasonable for them. The only concern is that they have to wait a long time to get that next push going because of the Roshan respawn, but any one pick off like on the Juggernaut may just open the doors.
Our strike set is up. Huge combo there. Goes and stop with that meatball right away. Oh man, didn't stand a chance. It didn't stand a chance. Yeah, I felt like the Juggernaut
Dyer's
should have
top tower is being attacked.
tanking and shit all up in his head.
And now the push continues. Juggernaut at least has a buyback, so they will have that option, but he really doesn't want to spend in this situation where level up are going to be constantly beating up against your towers. And there's a free tower here, like, top lane tower did fall, level up just got cash from that. They could probably do the same thing here. Got a wraparound though from elements.
And then immediately all that from the tanking was deployed on mid deck, so he didn't break. He will not going down quick, and they got chases down, but that's the big guy out of it. And DND will be trying to be successful. They will get one kill, and that will be the undying. Sunstrike, pose off the Shadow Demon. That is going to be 2 for 2. They do get the Drow Ranger, they force out more buybacks for elements, and this is just out in terms of they do get successfully, and that's really Bill was forced Manta is the Titan. Time to maybe the MAB. Like that goes. Was definitely a good Mitch has been on very good epicenter there for King versus Disaster.
Axe on top of Drow, if that happens in the fight, then at least Elements have a chance. And even with that Epicenter, which was absolutely stunning from Emperor, just not enough damage once the Drow Ranger falls. Invoker, yeah, he is pumping out a lot of damage, and that was a pretty good spot for an Invoker to be fighting. But just by himself can't bust through everyone in Elements, especially when everyone, those everyone heroes include a Weaver who's just going to run circles around the Invoker, not that much in the way of disables once the Sand King kind of jumps to the back. So they do handle Level Up pretty well again, but again, Level Up are not really going for those pushes with the intent of taking Raxes or winning the game. They're just looking for an okay trade, and they kind of got it. And now they're going to go for Roche, which has a super short respawn, so they should be able to tear that one down. This is Aegis and Cheese. This is, however, Elements in a position where they are actually able to contest this if they stick around. Mitch is nowhere close. They may not think it will respawn this quickly, but if they're actually in the area, they can take a decent fight in this area.
Yeah, but taking a fight in this area is like the all out of buybacks. They all go their high ground on it, try and fight the.
Gotta take some risks to win, though. Like, they're not in a great spot right now.
Right. Now that we have a little bit of a lanes pushed down, trying to take the fight outside the base. What doesn't have time to.
Yes, to some extent. That's not gonna stop Level Up though. If you split push like mid and top simultaneously, no matter how many heroes you commit to that, you're going to lose the race to Level Up. So it's like they see 5 heroes top Level Up, they'll just go 5 heroes bottom and then kill your rack, and you can't do anything about that. They have the right item, I think, to kind of defend up against this. This is Blink Dagger on Juggernaut, which with, of course, his Diffusal Manta, and of course Weaver has more damage as well. So being able to instantly get on top of the Drow Ranger and mess with the positioning of Level Up, that's their best shot right now. Cole, he does have the Hurricane Pike, he does have Silver Edge, but if he gets caught in a bad spot, then Elements certainly do have a chance.
He just finds time tornado will land on 2 big. Right, but Cole, he did it with Paris spot. I like him play handing his dagger in Cole. Realize this thing coming. I get that for that rush, but now it's down. Get out, blown up by that huge size carry. Now Roshan is so low. He might find such an awkward fight when we follow the line, dropping low. Running away from the enemy. Yes, Sand King coming in there. Invoker is figuring it out. I don't want to get the hole, but Cole has to give it up. They said, Draw Ranger with good ending. Really trying to destroy it. Destroying it. Get it down. The dazzle. The hero now. Kicks it out. The hero has to got the now. Will die in the Roach Pit. Ageless. And that is that. 4 heroes down with down 5. Full team wipe. Emperor with the triple kill there. I mean, dropping a huge epicenter on the entire Radiant squad. Elements, they buy back on their act, but enough? I don't think so, because the without buyback, Drow has a buyback. They're gonna be pushing in there. The Shadow Demon buys back into the game, so it's Shadow Demon and Hexpa, well, then Wagamama is buying back for this. Right now, you gotta give the commendation to the Emperor. And there is your Shadow Demon, that's your buyback. That Power Strike, yes there is. 1,000, 2,000 miles away. Gets him down. Killing, right? He's gonna go down then. Get there, one more fight, you can take.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think they're not going top. They're taking tier 4. I don't really.
Power Strike. If he shields up there, anyway. The double 4 stuff, impacting.
Wow.
Mitch trying to run away. Yes, he's being to be Mitch. Saga there. Women down there. They go them. There's the Power Strike. Everything in the kitchen, thrown at the axe, and down he goes, no buyback, can only watch as he runs well, he will lose his life, but I think this is pretty much good game. Watch that, kicks him, gaming, goes before it, then they thought, and fall, but this long with his ball, the Omni Slider is going out, Evil, got the more dazzle, Paul, He's trying his best. He punches a lot in the face, man. There you go. Shoot him down. Wow,
Oh, they're holding.
A lot of damage. They all die. Dropping so low.
Hold.
Oh, man. They hold it. God, triple kill. Takes down the front friends as well. 400 HP. Alright, I guess they hold it. It's gonna be one of those comeback games because, I don't know. It looked pretty over to me, and then they did some dive stank yanking. Leave the ancient up and kind of thing. Really send it chill down.
If they just went and got megas, they would have had the game 100% locked up. Now it's closer to like 95%, which it still isn't too bad. But yeah, they could have just 100% got the game. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to go for it. Elements, that fight near the Roche pit was awkward as hell for them. They didn't even have to deal with the Drow Ranger because she clipped herself, I think, with the Hurricane Pike. She somehow got up there. He wasn't actually shooting at anyone. It was just the magic damage of the stanking with the epicenter. The Invoker, even after he got popped kind of early, did come back into the fight, and it was just the Elements running out of gas really quickly, even without having to deal with the Drow. They're gonna find the Dazzle. I think they can cancel this though. He's gonna live, but even with such a disastrous clipping of the Drow Ranger, Elements still can't win a fight there. And the only reason they kill off Drow Ranger this time is because she's not attacking them. She's attacking the Ancient. Now she has a Butterfly on the way. I mean, Elements, they might just get ratted down in this game just by creeps in the side while level up push top or something.
It's been quite the game for him. I could see on him, he just... Not be an ancient kill. I don't think we have got big fight. Elements are resilient, I tell you. Feel one single lip.
Oh no, Milan. Not like this.
Milan.
Rip.
Oh, this thing.
That was just unnecessary, dude. That was unnecessarily mean.
Even more to see my Skyrat home? That would be worse.
Got a buyback.
Shadow Wave!
At least they have that.
Juggernaut, I think. Front pops is go. Pull up the bum rush the
They probably can. That's not really the safest thing to do. The safest thing to do is push top lane, slowly chip at the range Raxes, then the melee Raxes while letting the other lanes push, and then hopefully you get into a fight that lasts long enough where the Ancient can be finished off by the creeps. That is, there's that. They can just wait for another Aegis. The cheese was eaten by the Weaver last time, so they only got the Aegis out of it. But yeah, sitting bottom lane and for pickoffs, that's just a waste of level up's time. That doesn't really accomplish anything.
They're playing really safe, just waiting for Aegis. I think it's the other end of the game.
It's not like they're in a rush. It's not like, I mean, Elements are not in a position where they can go ahead and win the game here. I don't know what has to happen for Elements to be put into a winning position. Like, they're barely hanging on. It's a good start.
Flamin is Skyrim.
They have to hope that level up do something stupid, probably near the Roche pit. Punish them with the axe, get the Juggernaut to actually use Omni Slash to kill off a relevant target quickly. I mean, they do have two, I think 10 seconds still BKB charges, yeah, on the Juggernaut and Weaver. So they will have that to kind of work around the Sand King and the Invoker, and that's pretty darn powerful, but it may just be a little bit too late, because even if you block all of the Invoker's magic damage, he's still hitting really, really hard with plus 75 from a Drow Ranger, plus Alacrity, plus Exhort Runes pops up. It's not an insignificant amount of right-click damage.
D-Rune as well. Rush the Ancient.
You got the Silver Edge. Sneak in.
Happen.
I don't know if that's the best idea. If she actually bought something with the Quarterstaff, there'd be a much higher chance of that succeeding, but Quarterstaff and the Butterfly is not really being purchased yet.
Leave you one step.
He's obviously saving for buybacks. Just so you guys are clear, he's saving for buyback and he's going to one-shot by the Butterfly once he has enough for it.
But,
well, Level Up can just pace around the Roshan pit. I mean, they're getting a decent amount of farm, and at this point, off on elements, yeah, we'll probably end the game, but, you know, looking for that pickoff is pretty much just a waste of Level Up time, because it's probably not going to happen. If it does happen, it's just going to be on Skywrath Mage, or someone relatively insignificant as well. They're just crossing their fingers for a low Roche respawn. I think it's going to be maximum.
Next time.
I just have that feeling.
you can see them.
Yeah, that's definitely how it works. Here we go.
Yep,
I
next
was
time.
pretty much right on the money, guys. This is why we get paid the big bucks, because we can tell how long the Roshan respawn is going to be.
We're just gonna sit around, I guess, 2 minutes. Elements get they have blue.
Never give up, never surrender, dudes. They're not losing, they're far from winning. But Weaver, Juggernaut, late game, Drow Ranger, and Undying, like these are heroes that naturally tend to be less effective as the game progresses. It's not a 0% chance here for Elements, as long as they can keep their Araxes on the top lane alive. The next Roshan push, though, is that's going to be it. Like, if Elements can hold that, I would say that they have a real shot at winning this game, but I'm not really sure if I would bet on that. Doesn't seem like the odds are in their favor here.
See. Stack. Setting at 4. Light has been. Drow Ranger.
Yeah, shit.
At the point, I think you just buff to the mid.
Yep, that's the plan. Get the cheese to probably just... It doesn't really matter who has the cheese. Most likely it's going to be passed off to the Drow Ranger at some point. Invoker would love to have it, but there's no room for it. Maybe you ditch the Midas for the cheese. Or like... Yeah, that's weird, right? Like, that top lane fight, they just all went unpwned. They Omni slashed him, they initiated on him. Yeah, Flesh Golem is pretty strong, but it's not that good. Oh, Mitch.
Yep.
Bottom's in a lot of trouble.
No, Mitch. Oh no, Mitch. Buyback, he does. I guess we're starting this fight here. No. Not that. That's, right. That guarantees.
No axe, there's no fight for Elements. At least they may not have to buy back on him. Unless Level Up says screw Roche, we're just going to push bottom and go for your Ancient. So he will be able to get into the fight, die, and then still buy back. Unless... Hey, never mind, Level Up are actually just going to go for it. Force the buyback on the axe right away. Not going to play it safe for Roshan. They have the Scouting Courier in the Roche pit, so it's not like they're missing anything right now. I don't know if they could bum rush the Raxes right now. If they get another good Burrow Strike to kill off someone else, then they'll be in an amazing position. Even better than they already are.
Mind the big guy's back. Don't. Bonus 200.
Jeez. Number right there. Plus 91 from the Drow Ranger with that Butterfly.
Fatality.
There it is. Yep, they give Undying cheese like. I'm inclined to agree. Guys, not having a good game.
Ranger Invoker. Like, those are the heroes that elements have to focus. Who, by the way, Invoker, he's ditched the Hand of Midas and gotten a Refresher Orb. It's pretty good.
Can't just walk and kill them. That's what is going on. This now going in. Walking on the spot, Cole dishing out hurt left, right, and center. 400-500 per shot. Their mid melted in. Firing the burrow like a soup. There we go. Getting fast as well, and then the enemy dead. There is no buyback now for the axe. Coming up flat behind Doggy Dog. He's still the drop ranger with our ranger. Not gonna have any of that, and he still has the agent. Hold this revenge ripper. Triple kill on the inside. But that is going to be that, and the Weaver got away to take GG well played after extra 10 minutes of unnecessary call it. Well, take the game from elements, level, battle.